side. Hey. The shit will come.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the YGOC podcast, Young Guns of Comedy. It's our debut show. We finally made it happen.
Hey.
I am one of your hosts, Fatima Ming. To my far right, we got
K. Dot.
And next to her,
Whisper.
And over here to my left, we got
Charlie Wilson.
the most animated one, of course. So
right.
go ahead, take
no
it
relation.
Away. Right. So
no relation to the singer, of course.
Yeah.
Nah.
You know, no offense to him, but y'all
know.
ain't kinfolk, but it's cool though. So.
Well, we gonna lie when we see him.
Right, exactly.
We know your son.
Exactly.
Hey, nigga, you can tell by the way my car shift gears. I'm not related to that nigga. I don't have.
I can't.
I don't have that legacy money, dog.
No money. I feel.
I mean, you ain't have to put yourself out there like that. No, you could have like
fake
it
till
till you make it.
Fake
Like,
it.
Right.
Nah.
I'm done.
That's
Like
too
a
much
lot of
work.
people in LA do.
That's
Fake
too
it
much
till you
work.
make
That's
it.
too much work. Too much work.
Man.
Okay,
Being
so
fake.
what's happening, Wilson?
Yeah, man. So, hey, man, let's dive into it, man. You know, this is gonna be my little thing right here. It's called we gonna shoot our shit, baby. Let's shoot this shit and get right into what's been up, man. I know this weekend my daughter celebrated her 7th birthday, man. Shout out to baby girl.
Hey,
You know what I'm
happy
saying?
birthday.
Which we were not invited to, but
Yeah.
we're not judging.
You
We're
know
not
what I'm
judging
saying?
him
I'm
at
hella
all.
salty.
This
Whisper
nigga-
was judging
yeah.
a little
See?
bit.
He
but-
on
I'm
Marianne
judging.
us.
Right.
He just work with us.
We not friends.
Right.
I didn't know this many people was interested in skating.
Whisper was
you know.
butthurt.
We've been inviting y'all to brunches. We've been
Yeah.
doing all this stuff.
Yeah. When was I invited
Did
to
we miss the
brunch?
memo?
I'm just saying, nobody does
He
invites to
lies.
skating. I didn't know y'all wanted to go.
She
My
was
nigga,
invited.
I
there.
skate. I got
Right.
my own skate.
Shaking my
Right.
head, bro. Okay. all
She's
right.
so old.
So she's a
She got her
professional
own
because she got her
skates.
own.
My own skate.
like, we
First
not
of all,
gonna
first
share-
of all, can y'all skate?
I
Yeah.
can.
A little bit.
A little
don't-
bit. A
don't-
little
I can
bit.
get around. I
Listen,
can get
You
around.
backpedaling.
I ain't
No,
backpedaling.
I need the little thing.
Well, then you can't
You
skate.
not gonna have one of them
First
things. You
of
a
all,
grown-ass
whatever,
woman.
the
let me point out Charlie Wilson rollerblades. He does not skate.
Right.
Okay.
Oh,
he,
right.
he,
Well,
yeah,
that's
he doing
different.
big things.
Correction. Put some respect on my skate game, dog. I've been doing this, dog. No, what's crazy is, when I was a little kid, I was raised in an all-white neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So I used to do the skate green. That was my thing. We used to go with my best friend,
okay.
Dylan. Shout out to Dylan.
That sounds like a white ass name.
Hey.
Dylan.
That ultra-white name, Dylan.
Exactly.
Taught me my skate moves, man. But that was my weekend, man. We did do that. And next time I remember to shoot y'all invitation. So we can do the skate
Thank
ring next
you.
time,
You
man.
gotta
We
lie to
appreciate
us.
it.
So
You
what did
gotta
y'all
lie,
do?
Craig.
So I can graciously decline.
Okay, Dad,
Right,
what you do this
exactly.
weekend, though? What you do this weekend? Let's
Oh
start with
man,
y'all.
I had, I met up with an old friend. One of my good friends I grew up with, she had her grand opening for her art exhibit last night, and I went to that. It was dope.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. It was lit.
Yeah, it was super dope. Like, if y'all want to, please check it out. It's at the Night Gallery in downtown LA. It's Tamashi Jackson. It's called Forever My Lady. It was fire.
Do that.
Like, yeah, my friend is talented. Like, I was like, man, I got smart friends too.
I can't.
Fine. Whisper, what you do this weekend? Do anything fun?
I went to work, made a little money, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
then
money.
I went to a silent party, twerked. Okay,
Hey.
got my twerk on.
Oh.
That's how I stay young. I twerk every now
my
and then.
gosh.
But
Well-
that was about it. I just
Well, tell the
Had a
folks
good
maybe
time.
everybody don't know what a silent party is. So
Oh,
elaborate.
Yes, a silent party is it's such a millennial
Far
thing.
away,
It really is. So you wear like headphones and the DJ plays music into the headphones. And a lot of times they do it in bars where other people can be there. So like you don't have to be a part of the silent party. It's very weird. It's almost all to see all these people dancing to music with headphones on, and there's 2 channels. So there's one channel with like one type of music and another channel with another type of music. So people are dancing to all different types of things.
Well, what were the 2 channels? What kind of
One
music?
was like 90s and the other one was early 2000s. So, you know, as soon as they played Juvenile, I took off. Okay.
Oh, you took off.
Back that ass up
I
came
can
on.
imagine.
I took off, and then I was like, "Well, I'm done. That's my night." My
Right.
niece
Mission
started to
accomplished.
pop. I was
That's
like,
all
I
you
got to
got?
go. That's it.
You got to back that ass up, and that's it, huh?
What about you? What you do
Youngster.
this weekend, Fatima? What you got going?
Man, I got freaking work done, man. I was making some graphics for this damn show that took up most of my Friday night, and then had some shit going for my business, Ming Cosmetics, which is launching. That'll be coming, you know, be telling you guys more about that.
Okay,
As
get
we
your
get
little
closer to
productive ass
that.
on up out of
Right,
here.
I
Okay,
try.
productive.
So yeah, I had that. I had some scene work I had to study for
Dope.
class, and yeah, man, I'm tired. I'm tired, but I'm here
Okay,
and
scene work.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Actor.
She's
Right.
Miss Productivity now.
Right.
This
Y'all
Miss
just get me
Productivity.
on the way up. Get me on the way up. That's all I'ma say.
Miss Pro- She like, I folded clothes. The
Right.
house.
Okay.
Right,
You know,
that
I got
too.
my
I clean
taxes
my
ready. She the
house.
only one that got her taxes ready
Right,
to
I'm
file.
Yeah.
responsible. That's why they put me in charge. I'm on
Man.
top of
She
shit.
did a whole
Well,
bunch of
hey,
busy work.
well, I'm not, nigga. And part of
can't.
shoot your
I
shit
can't.
part is we gonna get a little celebration.
Yes,
for
our
first
celebratory
show. We
debut
gonna pop this
show.
open for the first-
Please don't
first
put
time.
nobody's eye out. Make sure it's like over in that
Yeah,
direction.
I'm gonna-
don't
I'm gonna-
kill us. Don't.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm very careful with this.
Oh shit.
I don't do too many
It better
celebratory
not spill.
Right,
things
right.
in life.
Don't let it
but
spill neither.
We ain't signed no
I'm
waivers.
nervous.
We ain't signed no waivers.
We sure did.
Hold on, just.
Sir. Oh my
Is
god.
this
I
how
assume.
women feel when it's time?
Oh my
better
god. I'm
not
so
get
done.
it.
I'm so done.
Hilarious.
You
Exactly.
better just-
Sir, you know what you're doing?
Look here.
I'm just saying.
Just pop
Just-
it off, pull it off the top. You don't
Use
have
your
to
jack
go-
off hand.
Y'all not gonna baby walk me
Use your
through
strong
this.
hand.
Look out now.
Right?
It sounds like y'all need to be popping this bottle over here.
I don't
pop it.
listen.
Okay.
I can
Give
pop
somebody
it.
else. I don't know.
Okay, here it is. Y'all make some noise for
I can't.
the.
I
Why
can't.
you not?
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Somebody
saying?
do it.
I'm trying to gently.
It's a twist top. He over there doing the
It's a
extras.
Oh!
Oh!
Get it together.
Oh!
Can we get some?
Here's my cup.
Right.
Alright.
Right.
Okay.
Just
My
put it in there
bad.
for
These two
whispers.
are not drinking. Or
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna
Alright.
drink something.
You can,
Salute. Just pass that.
he gave me this little
Yeah.
baby amount with
It's
just
the,
foam.
you gotta
man.
let the foam go down.
First of
Alcoholic.
all, yeah, chill out.
I
My nigga.
can't.
You had a rough night.
You got a lot.
I'm still single, y'all. So
Right. She sound like she at the
Yeah.
bar in Hollywood
I
on
tell you-
Sunset somewhere.
I'll tell you what's
That
not
was
in that cup.
$23. You need to give me some
Yeah.
more.
It ain't no dick in that cup. You gonna still be upset.
Just put it out there.
I
You
can't.
grumpy.
Well, I don't know. This could be for you. Put like a dash in there because I'm not drinking right now.
I will.
I'll take.
It won't
That's
go-
it. I
it won't
did
go to
salute.
waste.
That's
Yours
it.
then. All right.
Ew.
Now back to business, man. So hey, that's shooting your shit. So we all we shot our shit. Okay.
Oh Lord. And
Know
All
what I
right,
did.
cool. So
And
yeah, so
Charlie
we all
shot
tried
off.
to have a. Oh my gosh, I can't.
Yeah.
So all right, we'll go ahead and keep it moving. Let's move into hot topics.
Ooh, okay,
The
okay.
hot
Some
topics,
shit's been
baby.
going on this past week, so
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
let's get into topic
let's
number
get into
one.
some
Are
hot
y'all
shit.
ready?
Ready for
All right.
it.
So on Wednesday, personal trainer / author Jillian Michaels. I don't know if y'all heard of her
Yes.
before.
Yeah,
So
we know who she
she
is.
said regarding Lizzo, quote, "Why are we celebrating her body? Why does it matter? Why aren't we celebrating her music? Because it isn't going to be awesome if she gets diabetes," end quote. So, of course,
Damn.
a lot of people was like, this is body
Damn.
shame as it is. So, what's y'all thoughts on what she had to say about Lizzo?
I think Jillian Michaels is correct. I think what she said might have been a little rough, but
Haterish.
yeah, she should have
Just
put a
a tad.
little sugar on it. But
She like,
I
I'm not
think
going to
it's
finesse
correct.
it.
It's correct. Like
Who is
Lizzo
we?
is great, and
Who
we
is
need
we?
to. People.
She's like, who you speaking for?
Oh
Exactly.
wait! Side note. Low key, K-Dot body shamed me over the weekend.
Oh.
Okay.
No, I didn't. Okay. No, get that off because
I
I'm
was
gonna
like-
clean it right up.
I was like,
Wow.
I said I don't know what I want to wear to this party I'm going to.
Oh,
The silent
feel-
party?
Hilarious.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
like, I feel fat. And she's like, are you bloated? And I was like, no, I'm not. I don't think I'm bloated. She says, because one thing, you can do something about. The other thing, you can't. So she was saying the bloatedness,
Right.
you can't control, but being fat.
Oh, can
Right.
he not?
Right.
First of all, she didn't say the
No
whole
sensitivity.
The whole no, I mean I am sensitive. Like
No.
she made mention of
I
fat.
just was like,
I never made mention of fat at all.
and I was
I'm your
eating
real-
at the time.
And
when
I'm
I
your
said-
real friend. And she also
dead.
left out, I asked her, is she on the bleed? I was like, are you on the bleed because you sound moody? And that's where the bloated question came from.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I was trying to encourage her, like, if you think you fat, one thing you can't control, the other thing you can. So, and she didn't add, I put so.
I
mean,
I don't think she tried to body shame you.
Yeah, I was just,
I think those are legitimate
I was just giving you
questions.
options.
She said, "So you gonna stay fat?" That's what I got from reading it.
I was just
But-
like,
But no, I appreciate Kate.
Yeah.
Always stays truthful. But no, Jillian Michaels was completely right in what she was saying. We need to have a balance of love yourself, but be healthy and work on your body. Lizzo is not gonna always be, young and healthy. Like she's okay now, but if let's say she stays,
I mean, we don't know if she's healthy.
Yeah, but let's say she stays this weight and she's in her 40s
True.
and 50s. Things catch up to you. You know what I mean?
so you still gonna be checking for Lizzo when she in her 40 and 50?
Of course not. Of course not. She'll probably be doing like a Vegas residency or
Jillian,
something.
whatever, should have minded her goddamn business. Like, if Lizzo want to be out here obese and get diabetes, so what? That don't have nothing to do with her.
Yeah,
I think
but-
she was trying to shoot a little training shot, like hire me type deal.
Well, that definitely wasn't the way to do it if that's what
Right.
she was going for. So
But the thing is like Lizzo is now this representative out here, and so Jillian Michaels is like, why are we celebrating that?
Well,
Like, y'all
who
still-
celebrated it?
because I
though?
think people are trying to say, or
People
people are
her-
celebrating that she's proud of her body because
Or maybe
apparently
they
if you're a
maybe
plus
we're
size, that
maybe
shouldn't be
we're
something
celebrating her
to glorify.
confidence.
But let me ask y'all this: does Lizzo promote unhealthy eating? Does she
No.
say I'm eating wings? Or is
I
she
don't
trying to
follow her,
still
so I don't
become-
know.
No.
Meaning, that's what I'm
No,
trying to figure out.
she's not the spokesperson for health,
Obviously.
but she's not
No.
out here campaigning for it. Like she's a musician. Like
Yeah.
was somebody is Jillian Michaels? Would she say that to Aretha Franklin? Nope.
Probably.
Like probably not.
Why would she say anything to
Like
Aretha,
because
man?
what I'm trying to say is like Lizzo isn't the first person of a fluffy stature to come out.
I'm dead.
I
to
like how
come out-
gentle she put that.
Right?
She got attacked when she wanted to.
Yeah, to come out and be obese. Like Jennifer Hudson was big when she came out, and then she decided on when she wanted to lose weight
Then
and
she
get
did
healthy.
it right,
like
right,
yeah,
right.
but
Monique-
music.
She might have been
Monique was the
pressured
same
though
way.
from
Yeah,
how
Monique was
to
Monique was the
lose weight.
same way.
Well, that's
The
because
way
she
it
wanted
was
to
her journey.
transition into other things.
Right,
So
yeah.
like, if Lizzo doesn't have any desire to fit a mold, she gonna be singing the same songs,
Right.
big
Right.
or little. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right,
So.
right, right.
I do think that it's Jillian Michaels wasn't trying to offend her. I think she was just trying to say, hey, let's be healthy. Let's promote being healthy and being comfortable in our skin. Because
Yeah,
Jillian Michaels used to be fat. Like, she was fat for a long time. So,
Yeah, there definitely was a better way that she could have said what
She's
she
still
had to
fat on
say.
the inside.
But whatever. I
she's
can't.
still holding a
Yeah,
grudge.
she's still fat. She's skinny on the outside, but she a fat bitch on the inside. Why are we promoting fatness? Why are we celebrating that? I worked hard for this body.
She got chocolate bars and shit stashed somewhere.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I wish I could be Lizzo.
But I think Lizzo's response was terrible.
What'd she say?
Didn't she just say she didn't really directly respond from what I saw? She was just trying to be a classy response and not really
She said,
throw digs in return.
if my name is in your mouth, so is my pussy.
Damn.
Oh, I didn't hear
She
that.
said, taste
That's
the
not what I
flavor.
heard.
Oh, I hope you would like the flavor. That's what she said on her Instagram.
Man.
That's what
Man,
posted
she was
on
very
her.
mature about it.
And it's like, first of
I
all,
can't.
Damn.
her pussy probably tastes like high cholesterol. So let's not even.
No.
Not high cholesterol.
I thought that was a
Probably got-
terrible
it probably-
way.
it probably-
I missed that response. I didn't hear
Pussy
that.
probably got the recipe for the new Popeyes chicken sandwich.
I'm dead.
Probably got the
Not
recipe. I'd be like, yo.
It probably tastes like courtside Laker seats.
True.
I can't.
But either way, I think it is it's a great thing. I will say to just embrace who you are. Embrace where
Absolutely.
you
Everyone should
That
have
is that's a good
confidence
thing,
in who
right,
they
right.
are.
So people will try to censor that. A lot of times it's the people that don't have that level of confidence themselves.
Right.
So a lot of people will
Absolutely.
censor that and always try to bring that down. You know what I'm saying? So
True,
I said
true.
that
But
too.
everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Absolutely.
Fat shaming.
She didn't
I
fat
didn't
shame
fat
you,
shame you. I
friend.
gave you an option. You, know how
just
it worked
took it
out
that
with
way.
you.
You just took it wrong, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
you
Are you
did.
asking for a
I would
refill?
like a refill.
Refill.
Damn, you want mine?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
right. She like, he gave me a little swig earlier.
It's 1 o'clock. Did you have a rough night, ma'am? Is the question. Sheesh.
No,
Lord. All the phones.
he is a terrible bartender.
Yeah.
That is
Really?
crazy.
That's
Am I
why.
at
That's
the
not his
GS
day
lounge
job.
with this?
I can't.
Hilarious. I'm trying to get lit. You know what I'm saying?
But no, yeah.
What else is
Hopefully, Jillian, and the thing about it is Jillian Michaels doubled down. She didn't try to clean it up. She didn't try to
But why
she
should
said
she?
she was
Like,
blunt. Like
that was
oh.
her opinion.
She
Yeah,
said
that's
she
her
came
opinion.
back and was like, "I stand by what I said," which is good. But yeah, everybody.
And that's what more people should do when people like put their foot in their mouth, celebrities or whatever. Don't come back with a fake ass apology. Like stand
Right.
by what the fuck you.
No,
you meant
but
what
you
you
gonna
said.
double down. Like, no, Lizzo, you big bitch.
you need to run, bitch.
You know what I'm saying? The
Oh.
biggest loser is auditioning.
I couldn't- oh
You
my gosh.
Stupid.
Okay, well is that all of our thoughts on this
Yeah, I,
topic?
mean, I hope she don't
Kinda
get
sums that up.
diabetes, because then that'll be a
Right, that would
well,
suck.
I
Whisper?
told you. What?
Are you done with this topic?
Yeah, I'm good.
Because clearly this is your expertise.
That's body shaming or no?
See, that's
That
number
was
two.
body
That's number
shaming.
two. That's like two.
She said
I was
I'm
trying to just
fat.
sit over here. I wasn't even,
See
you
that?
know, but all right. So moving along.
I said fluffy.
So actually, why don't you introduce number 2, Whisper? Because you brought it up about
Oh.
your homegirl Lonnie. Let's talk about it.
Lonnie Love, and I can tell y'all
Man,
exactly.
I got so much to say.
So Lonnie Love earlier this week was discussing Kevin Hart's, documentary where he was talking. Well, she talked about this segment where
His indiscretions.
he discussed cheating on his wife. Exactly what she said is, I don't speak for the black community, but I do think that a lot of black men don't know how to have true, faithful relationships. They think because they have money, they have power, and that they can treat women any kind of way. Look at Nick's face.
Right.
His
real.
whole face.
Then she says, and no, it is not across the board, but it does happen a lot in the black community because we're dealing with slavery. And we are
Man,
descendants
damn.
of slavery, and because our families were broken up, we still don't have an idea
Jesus,
about
take the whole week.
It's
how,
a
how
nigga
to
sitting-
have
Sitting
togetherness.
somewhere, he's like, I heard her. I fucked her off.
So, what do y'all think about that? One, what do you think about?
I think she was very contradictory in her statements.
Mhm.
Very, very much so, because she was like, I'm not speaking for the black community, but did mention slavery.
Like, why do you
so
have to prelude it with
you
that?
speaking
Like,
to the black
girl.
community.
Mhm.
But I just think she didn't have. It was just her opinion straight off the top, because she didn't have any facts. She didn't have anything statistically to back her response to.
she might have just been talking about her experiences.
No,
I guess, with
she
black
was
men.
trying to generalize it.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that money plays a part? Because that's what she was. She also said they think that they have money and they have power. They can treat women any kind
It
of way.
I
always
couldn't
has,
even.
though.
I couldn't even
But,
get through the whole segment because it was annoying. Because first she said it was black men, and she jumped to men with wealth and power. Like, bitch, which is it? Are you talking about just black men? Are you talking about rich black men? Are you
It's
talking
just
about
men
right.
and
You know what I mean?
women in general.
Yeah.
What about
Right.
you, Charlie? You the man here?
No,
so-
I'm finna go to the bathroom, man. This is not my segment, man.
Yes, it is, man.
It's not my
give
segment,
give
man.
your input.
What's
damn
your,
it.
what's your opinion?
How do you think a lot of black men cheat?
Black men don't cheat.
I think
said-
a lot of
I
men
heard
cheat.
that.
Period. It's not a.
I saw
a
that
black
on a
thing.
tweet. Black
I
men don't
can't.
cheat.
Yeah, I don't.
Why do you think men cheat though, Charlie?
Let me get some else.
man?
There we go.
Because
No, but
you tread lightly.
I won't say that it comes with money and power, because broke dudes cheat hella well. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And we could all. I'm sure everybody can relate. Been cheat on by a broke dude before. But I think with power and money, that's always been the leader, because think about our culture. You know what I'm saying? When you see us with money and power, we know how that looks. And we know that most women are attracted to that. That's why rappers and ball players, they can just walk into a room. Oh yeah, I know who that is, and just off the rip, they're gonna get a lot of women. A lot of women are gonna feed and kind of flow into that.
Yeah.
So
I think.
But at the end
lot
of
of
the
times
day,
there's an attitude and a
that's
persona
a
that
choice.
comes with that.
Right.
Like she's trying to say, like, it's generationally passed down to
Right.
us.
That they just are
You know what I'm saying? Genetically, we are cheaters. Like,
Through
or
culture.
black men are cheaters.
Through culture.
But it's not. Cheating is a choice. You make
Yeah.
you make a conscious decision to cheat.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're using you're using something you saw somebody else do, that's your excuse for why you're cheating.
Right.
It's not generation. You weren't
Sure.
taught that. Nobody taught nobody to cheat. If anybody taught you to cheat, you taught yourself because you figured it out
Yeah.
because you wanted to do something. So like you have to break down the fact of cheating. Like it's anybody can cheat. It's a
Right.
choice.
Right.
You can be broke. You can have money and power. You
Yeah.
just have more options when you have money and power.
Yeah.
Right.
But
And
it's
more
not
temptation.
yes.
Right.
And
But
I think
it's not something somebody passed down
right.
to us.
I think it
generation
comes
to
down to like
generation.
there's two main factors. I think number one, like similar to what K Dot just said, I think a big part of it is your character. If it's just a man, you just an ain't shit dude, and it's
Right.
in your character. I really don't care what race you are. You might do that. Like
Right.
I don't think it has anything to do with anything else. And another thing is, I feel like in our, I don't think it's necessarily just in the black community, but in general, women a lot of times are definitely more forgiving when it comes to cheating. So I think a lot of men may feel like it's not a big consequence. Like I don't think they have a
Yeah.
big fear of losing their woman. It's kind. I don't think most men, if you're not a ain't shit dude, I don't think you ever step outside your door with the intent and say I'm gonna cheat today.
Right.
Yeah.
But a lot of men kind of can have a mindset that there's not a real fear of losing their woman. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like if it happens, you know what I mean? Like I'll smooth it over or like whatever. It's not. Whereas men are more, it's harder for them to forgive
For sure.
a woman to cheat. Whereas
sure.
it's definitely 10 times more likely that a woman might be like,
but this goes back to that just conditioned behavior of
Yeah.
both parties and what's
Yeah.
been allowed. And like when a woman first meets a guy, they want to know how many hoes you got. You know what I'm saying? You have any kids? What's up?
I mean, that's not a question I didn't ask you how many hoes you got.
all
But
right.
Well, I
Shit,
say,
that's a
how
question.
many
You
people
know,
are
you
you
checking,
seeing?
but you checking.
But why does that matter
Y'all
though?
checking.
That shouldn't matter to
Because
you.
I wanna
If
know
we're
what's
talking
up.
about if you just meet a guy, it shouldn't matter. Like whatever I
What
do,
you
if we
trying to
just
know
met,
what's up for though? Like for what?
yeah, like I
Because
don't
I
need to
want-
know who you dealing with,
My
cause
thing is like,
okay.
if you're dealing with, I won't even say how many people are you dealing with. I want to know your intentions. Like,
yeah.
Well, what are
Are
your
you-
intentions? Put your intentions on the table first.
Exactly. Well, I always
No,
do.
put
I'm
your
gonna,
intentions on the table
my,
first.
my intentions are always we're gonna date, get to know each other, and potentially marry. My goal.
So your
in-
intention is marriage.
My intention with dating is always marriage. I'm not dating because I need company or anything like that. I think men do that. They date because I'm lonely right now and I want someone. But that's always my intention. I don't necessarily say that
And that's
In the
that's the
be-
opposite
on the
of men's.
first date,
It's the
I'll
opposite
say-
of men's intention. You know that.
on the first date. I always say,
But
is-
some
what-
men
what
do
is
want to
men-
get
what is
married.
men
Some men are
intentions?
looking
Okay.
for a wife, so they're going to date with that intention. Then
But
you
what
got
are-
fuck boys
Charlie,
and people
what
that
are,
don't
what
know
are
what they
men
want.
intentions?
Well, I'm
Charlie
not
been out the game
I'm not
for a
gonna-
while.
I've been out
I mean,
of
he's still
commission
he's still a
for
man.
while. Right.
Right.
I've been out of the commission for a while, but I don't think men just say, you know what, I'm you know, I think guys may have it in their mind, you know, I'm ready to settle down and look for a wife in their mind. But to actually say I'm actually dating and I'm trying to find the right option for somebody that I want to marry, I think it's just tough right now because we're so saturated with options. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
As are women.
it's just
Well-
facts. I think that's something that makes it complicated. Everybody just kind of playing their hand. You don't know what somebody got in their other hand. You just getting them in on them. You showing them what hand you want them to see. He's showing you a hand he wants you to see.
Yeah, but I mean, like what you were saying, like when you first meet somebody, like it's not necessarily like whisper. I wonder how many people you're dating. Like that's irrelevant if I just meet you.
Right.
So,
So
well,
I
I
don't.
mean, I would
here's-
like to know if you're dating several
So here's
women.
where I
or-
have a problem with you. Like you're like, these are my intentions, right? You're like,
She
I'm
always
looking.
got an issue with
I'm
that.
looking for dating. I'm looking for because I kind of just like I be wanting to get other perspectives, my nigga.
Yep.
right?
But
Let's
you're
go
like, my intention is like A, B, and C. I want to get married. But your question is, how many people have you been with? What does that have to do with your
Not been
intentions?
with, but how many
I mean,
people are you dating? At
yeah,
the
but what does
time?
that have to do with your intentions? Like, how does
Right.
that help you gauge what you're in line for? If they tell
Yeah.
you, if they say like, oh, you know, I'm currently seeing 3 or 4 people, you turn
So what that mean that you're
Right.
not gonna date him?
Yeah.
Like if he was to say that.
Well, I mean,
You
I would
setting
be
yourself-
like,
you
why?
setting yourself
why
up for
are
failure.
you seeing several
Right.
people? Because
But
of what?
that's none of your business because
Right.
I'm entertaining you.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Like, and if you want to be that person,
Right.
like, you get my attention. Like that's part of the dating. That's part of the chase. Like nobody shows their full hand like up front, and like for your expectation to be like you gonna tell me A, B, and C, and then we gonna move forward.
Right.
You setting yourself up for failure.
You get to know him and you see like if this is something that you want to take seriously, because you might meet him and go on 2 dates and be like, I don't want to fuck with this dude like that. So.
Also, I feel like it's good to know if they're dating several people in the beginning, just because when we get to a pivotal point, I can say, so we're gonna be exclusive. You're gonna cut off.
See, I knew that was coming.
But you can do. But you
can
can
be
do
exclusive so soon.
Yeah, but you can do that. You can do that without knowledge. But you can do that with not knowing, because that's a feeling. Like if this person is consistently seeing you, clearly the time that they're spending with these other people that they are initially entertaining has decreased.
Right.
So they don't need you to be like
keeping
tabs on like where we gonna be in our relationship.
I agree.
At this
like,
time.
And once you have a conversation of being exclusive, it's like that's a given that anything else you got going on is shut down. It's like that's what this
Whisper,
conversation
what I'm telling
means.
you is you're running niggas off. Stop asking these questions.
Don't ask it on the first date.
You date
you
date track stars.
My thing is, shut the fuck up. I haven't been on a date in a while. I've been seeing.
We know.
Shut up. I've been seeing someone consistently, but I'm not like I'm not out here dating really. You know what I mean? But anyway, back to the cheating. You know what I hate when men's like
men's.
If
you date men's, in the wrong.
Say
club.
like, oh, it just happened. Like, oh, like they slipped and fell in some pussy. Like,
let's call it
like
what it
I
is.
hate that when men say, oh, it just happened. You know what I mean? Or they try to flip it on you when they cheat. Like, well, it's because you have me stressed out and and it's like, sir, you could have talked to me.
Yeah, we know that's bullshit. So let's ask Charlie.
Let's
ask Charlie. Do y'all think that we're like dumb? Like if you say some shit like, oh, it just happened.
Charlie,
like,
you can
I'm
decline. You can decline this interrogation.
No, you can't. It's like,
Talking about this ain't girl talk.
I'm just
Speedy!
Speedy is at Netflix. He's not here.
Speedy's at home.
Right, exactly.
And you're not the leader of niggas.
You are today.
But like I said, I think a part of that is like what I said before. Like they feel like it's not going to be a big consequence. So
but she hit it right on the head. I think it's up to women to instill the boundary and make the boundary strong enough to make niggas act right. It's up to y'all. Here's the thing. If you find out he's cheating or he's hiding his phone from you, or who is this and why was that? And you're going to spend hours chasing and interrogating
Don't do that, sis.
That ain't, why would he change if he can give you a bullshit answer and that works? Why would he not give you another bullshit hour the next week? You still there.
I feel like if every
Silly
woman
bitch.
puts
You
certain
basically just saying, I'm going to talk for 3 hours until you feed me some bullshit and then tell me that everything's going to be
tell
okay.
me something I want to hear to make me feel better for
it'll
taking
be
your
okay.
cheating ass back. Like, no, I think that should be, I know it's easier said than done when your feelings are involved, but I think cheating is something that universally should be a deal breaker, because I feel like aside from putting your hands on somebody, of course you do, but let me finish my point and you can disagree with me, friend. I feel like aside from putting your hands on somebody, I feel like, because if you have a relationship where y'all have agreed to be monogamous and exclusive, and then you step out of that. Now, if you're in a real relationship with somebody, I think we all can agree that at some point, it's likely that y'all are having unprotected sex. And if not all the time, but at some point, hey, mama, but we grown folks and we having a grown folk conversation.
Consistently.
Yeah.
Shut up. He's not even
wrong. But no, especially so if you're like sleeping with someone and y'all think that y'all are exclusive or whatever, and y'all are da-da-da-da, and then you cheat with somebody. Some people are dumb enough to cheat and don't use protection, but that's a whole nother conversation. It's like, so now you're putting this person's health at risk. So I feel like that's the most disgusting thing that you can do, and it's so disrespectful on top of, aside from being physical with somebody, I feel like that's extremely disrespectful, and I think it should be a deal breaker. But go ahead and disagree with me, K.
That's your deal breaker because you put so many 10s and 20s. That's so disgusting. And
it the fuck
such
is.
a prude. Oh my god.
I'm not a prude because you sticking your dick in multiple chicks like,
but like,
it's gross.
Thank you. It's fucking disgusting.
You have to be forgiving. Like
you can forgive. I don't gotta be with you though.
Listen, you don't.
But this brings forth an interesting conversation. I just heard somebody having a discussion somewhere that said, you've been in a relationship or marriage for 20, 30 years, and there's a mishap. You're going to throw it all away and start fresh and then be with someone else that you can run into the same thing with next week? Do you throw all of that
Yeah.
away?
Right.
That's
Just
a
because-
different
just because-
circumstance.
No, it's not a
You-
different circumstance.
No, if I've been in a relationship with you for 6 months and you cheat, I'm moving on. If you
Right.
cheat on me and we've been deep in a marriage for 20 years, we got 3 kids.
That should make it all the worse.
We have to have a conversation. And the thing about it is, a 20-year marriage, things happen. You know, you fall out of love. Your
Y'all
spouse.
live in a fairy tale land.
I'm
like
just saying,
relationships are work. Like
Relationships
it-
are work, and
right,
that's
but
what I'm
like
saying.
it
You-
may take 6 months for somebody to figure like just because y'all vibe don't mean y'all in the same place in life.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
but if you see something in that individual that they are going there, everybody got to bump their head
Right.
Yeah.
sometime. Everybody got to make mistakes, but like y'all want to protect yourselves so much. Like I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to be hurt. That's part of life. Life is gonna hurt you. Relationships are gonna hurt you. You are never gonna go into something and it's gonna 100% be what you expect it to be.
Right.
So you're just putting
Well,
up more.
that's a part
but
of
look,
a relationship.
you-
We get
you
that.
understand
Like
that,
you
but
all,
you're
you take a
putting
chance of
up-
getting hurt.
You putting
We
up
get
more
that.
boundaries when you're putting all these conditions on what like I won't tolerate this and I won't tolerate. You won't know what you tolerate once you're in love. All that shit is out the window.
But,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
That's not necessarily
being-
true.
Okay.
There are different types of hurt that will happen in a relationship. Cheating is not one that has to happen, or
Exactly.
that
No,
you
it
have
doesn't.
To,
Like
or that
you
you
know what I'm
have
saying?
to put up with. You know what
Exactly.
I
No,
mean?
you know,
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not saying put up with it, but I'm just saying like you don't know what the circumstances was that made you don't even know maybe you're the cheater. Like you're just looking at it from the other side. What if you cheat? Like, you know what I'm saying? And you realize you made a mistake. And that nigga do you like you trying to do him. But you know you can be better and like let me show you that I won't do this again. You got to put yourself in those shoes too.
Here's what I would say to that though.
Yeah.
I think it really comes down to just like trying to understand your person. And if you got somebody that's making these mistakes or that's not making you feel secure, or someone you in a relationship for 6 months or 6 years, but you still, you know, they're not, you know, intimate with you and talking to you like, babe, like
Right.
I'm here for you, like I'm sorry, like
Because
look,
it's work.
Let me show you. But if they brushing you off, like man, whatever, and you having to chase them down and you having to do all this work and extract so much behavior and extract so much just for them to listen to you, then you playing yourself.
Right.
And
Right,
they
right.
disrespecting
That was
you.
good,
So
Charles.
it's got to come back down to
I know that was.
Why
who
you
you
sound
with,
surprised
who
you
your
made a
person.
good point? I'm
That's
done.
what's up.
That was
I
good.
mean, it is.
That's
You gotta
true,
know your
though.
person. Because if I respect you, it's like, look, man, look, I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? I can own up for where, you know, I may come up short. I'm transparent with what I am. I've been through some real shit. We learning each other. We figuring things out. But hey, you know, this happened. You know what I'm saying? If you want to
Yeah.
cut me off because this happened, all right, bet that's you. But I feel like you could still be doing yourself a disservice
First
by
of all,
cutting me off for a
Charlie,
flaw.
Don't
You know
say
what
all
I'm saying?
right back, because you're going to go cry in the car. Don't even do
All
that.
right, man. Fuck you too, bitch.
Niggas always say, all right, bet. Niggas always say, all right, bet.
And be all in
Oh,
his
it's
whole
over?
feelings. You in
But
your
no, I
feelings.
do agree. Like, relationships are work. They are difficult. And things do happen that can cause men or women to cheat. Like, I was trying to make that point. You know, you be in a
Yeah.
relationship for a 20-year relationship. Things happen. You can get,
No, I get
you can lose that connection or whatever. Your partner might not seem as attractive.
So the
to
way to
you. You know what I
regain
mean?
that connection is to go fuck somebody else?
No,
No.
or,
Well,
or
let's
stress and pressure
circle
of
back to
life.
what it really was. Like we're
can-
supposed to be talking about black men cheating.
Black
Here's
men.
here's
I mean,
what-
we're talking-
Yeah,
Hey,
we
We're
got
not really
2 more
yeah,
minutes.
We're
Go.
not really talking about that.
but I'm just
Here's what I
saying.
will say too is that it takes both parties. You know what I'm saying? So for example, if one person isn't open yet to having the discussion about the pain or the issue, but the other person is, the other person has got to be willing to be patient and listen and kind of go through that. But a lot of times, some men don't have the discipline or the capacity to sit and argue or,
Or the
conversate with you
emotional
for 2 hours.
intelligence
Right.
to really articulate.
Right.
you
What
know.
they saying. So if you with somebody like that, it may be a little bit more difficult because they may not express themselves to you.
But
or
that's
may-
something that you can kind of figure out early on, like someone's
You would think.
emotional
These
intelligence.
are
would
all
think-
excuses.
and
You would think.
availability.
Next
You
topic.
would think.
Just saying.
You would think.
Next topic.
First of all, I would like to say K-Dot is clearly a cheater.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not a cheater. Like I just keep it real. Like y'all sitting up here on some bullshit, and I just want to move on. Like you know what I'm saying?
Next
Well,
topic.
Yeah,
anyway,
next topic.
to wrap it up, Lonnie Love is crazy, and people were
No,
trying
she's
to.
hurt. Like you two
Yeah.
clearly are.
I'm great. I'm not remotely hurt, but we'll move on. So let's talk about everyone's favorite first lady, Michelle Obama. She's launching an IGTV series called A Year First. That's basically going to follow 4 college students as they navigate their first year of undergrad. So I think that's pretty cool. What do you
That's
guys
fly.
think?
I think it's cool.
That's all you have to say.
Yeah, I mean
When is it
that's
gonna-
boring. Like, good for Michelle. She's been
I
doing a lot
can't.
of things in the community, and
Is it gonna be like a documentary or something?
Yeah, I think it said it's going to be like for 6 months or so
Nice.
and document their whole thing. Like, do y'all feel like that's helpful for people, well, kids that are maybe coming out of high school, and maybe it can help them determine if they want to do college or not? Because some people might think it's something different than what it actually is once you get to college.
No,
does it
'cause
help
I don't
them to
think
understand
kids
if
are
they
gonna
can
watch
afford
that.
it? Like,
Yeah,
that's what
that's
college
the
is
bitch.
really about. Like,
Yeah.
shit, can you afford to go?
Can you?
You know what I'm saying? I'm not opposed
A lot
to
of
the
kids,
knowledge.
a lot of kids want to go to college, but like you said, it's like they can't
Yeah.
afford it or whatever. But you really have to, in high school, hopefully you have parents who are in your business and can help you with things as far as programs and stuff to get you into school.
My nigga,
My
if
parents at back home, they have a program where if you
they
my
college
parents-
educated.
my dad went to college, my mother didn't. But my dad went to college through the military, so that's a different experience. But my dad was very like, you have to go to college. So he found things out when I was in high school. And so he told me about it's something called an MTAP program back home, where if you go to the community college for 2 years, you can go to the university for the final 2 years, and it's like half the price.
Oh, okay.
So
That's what's up.
it really just has to do with you doing research. There's a lot of money out there for college students. You just got to get out there and look for it. You can literally.
It's a lot of research though, but like there's a lot of options out there to not have to like take on all those loans.
No,
Exactly.
teach your kids teach your kids finances young,
Yeah.
Facts.
so
That's
they'll
what
know
that's
how to maneuver if they decide they want to go to college.
There's no way that they'll ever be able to pay for college out of working money.
Right.
There's just no
Right.
way. So yeah, you're right. You can save. Parents can save. There's always going to be a balance. There's always going to be something. So you need to know about what your town or whatever offers as far as scholarships and stuff, because it's expensive.
Damn,
But I
she
don't
just
think-
she just killed everybody drinking. They was over there listening to the podcast, filling the application out right now. Let me just fill.
Right?
Well, no, I mean you can.
I
but
can't
you
afford
need
this
to,
shit.
Right.
You need to do
Delete,
the research.
delete.
You need to do because college is a business. Period.
Right.
And they're gonna get you on books on. Oh, you taking 3 credits. 3 credits is $2,500 or whatever. So, and you have. I mean, my parents were both working, but my brother was in college at the time, and I still didn't qualify for financial aid. My parents was like, "What type of money they think we got?" You know what
Girl,
I mean?
my
Right.
mama wouldn't even give me her information. She was like, nah.
Sure.
Say, hey, they gonna have to figure it out.
Yes.
That's my business.
I remember my ex. He had some funny stuff. I think his parents were doing some funny stuff with their taxes because they refused to give him any of their tax information. And he got, and that's when I had to pay his student.
Oh my
pay his
gosh.
tuition. But I was like, wow, what they doing that funny stuff with? A lot of people be doing some weird shit with their taxes. Anywho.
That happens, but
Yeah, I don't think a lot of kids are gonna watch the whole Michelle Obama thing. Mostly adults, but I don't think.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna try to. I better
Are
think
you a
about
kid?
it. No, I would
My
watch
nigga,
it.
last time I checked, you grown.
If it comes on Netflix, I'll watch it with my daughter though. That gives us something to look at, look toward. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna positive, like,
She
come
gonna
on,
watch
clean.
She
for
not gonna
2
sit there too long.
I love Michelle Obama.
I try.
She's
I'll
fine.
try.
She gonna
She's super fine.
play with her new toys.
before we take our break, let's talk about probably one of the most controversial couples of 2019. April and Lil Fizz, who allegedly have
Dang.
broken up after all of the
T-Rash.
struggles of, smashing the homie and everyone feeling like it's right or it's wrong. And now they've unfollowed and blocked each other on social media, which is leading everyone to believe they broke up. And yeah, like, how do y'all feel about that?
Charlie.
Y'all don't look at
Let's start with Charlie.
Charlie.
Speedy!
After all that, man,
Shit.
he's at Netflix, sir.
Hey, I mean, at the end of the day, I can understand both arguments of how close they were, how cool they were, and how that may look wrong in some eyes, but I can also understand, like, people that are going through shit in their own life. Let me finish.
Yeah, let that man finish.
I can also understand how they might want to just be like, hey, man, we don't give a fuck what anybody else got going. This is who I'm into right now, so fuck it. Fuck everybody else. We're just going to do us. And they just made that decision to just be like, I don't care what nobody else think. So it's hard to hate on somebody else's love when they found love, and for us to try to tell them that they shouldn't be able to stay in that love. You know what I'm saying? I think
Say that is like,
hey, I think it's fucked up of how it happened. I will say that.
Mona Scott, please call in. Tell us what happened with April and Fierce. Because you put that together.
We knew it was coming. Like, we knew they were going to break up. We knew. And Mona Scott probably did orchestrate that because that made the last season popping. But we knew they was going to break up. And it's stupid on Fizz's part because
lost a whole bag.
You lost a friend if he said they was never friends.
Yeah,
and you lost a bag.
Man.
You never going to go on tour with him. He's never going to work with you again because you disrespectful.
Right. Yeah. Good point.
He must really believe in their love. That's what the thing. When you go.
Clearly not, because they the fuck broke up now.
No.
So
Wait a minute.
What if they're secretly broken up? What if they're secretly broken up?
Damn. You can't do that. You got to stay together forever. That's got to be
right.
your person.
Exactly. After all that shit, y'all aren't allowed to break up after all of that. But supposedly they broken up now.
You should have went and got the tats, some teardrops. Y'all, nigga, that's you forever. You can't ruin a relationship with your partner and then after a year or two, it didn't work out. Like, damn.
I just feel like I'm mad that they tried to backpedal and try to say they wasn't like really friends.
Cheated.
Like, you're such a liar. Like, y'all was whole friends. You calling April sis a couple seasons ago. Now y'all like, come on, like just stand on your shit.
Right.
But whatever.
I just can't get past the fact that he was around Omarion's kids as like their uncle. And then
stepdaddy.
Niggas don't care. Niggas don't care, bro. Niggas don't care. I learned at a young age, when I was 12, 13, 14, I was like, man, niggas is gonna let you down. Like, just get over that shit. Niggas gonna let you down. You don't want to expect it from the people closest to you. But if you got a bad girl that's around you, everybody close to you is looking and drooling. Niggas, that's what niggas do. You expect more from your closest homies, but that's what niggas do.
Well, clearly that wasn't his closest
homie. And ladies, y'all gotta get it too. Because y'all gotta get it too. Because you can't bring everybody around your new man. You know what I'm saying? You can't go showing who your man out. Because some of your girgirlfriends that ain't had a man in how long,
y'all
years.
Really talking like
gonna start being
that
friendly.
Shit was a real relationship.
They made it seem like it was.
Yeah, I mean, but like that's why I ain't really commenting too much on it. Like, oh, she brought like he was around her kids. Like they was getting paid.
Yeah.
Like so a lot of stuff that you would do in your normal relationship, I'm sure you would. You know what I'm saying? If somebody paying you, you gonna do it.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I value everybody's opinion, but like that's TV. Like
he still smashed.
Yeah, but they still TV.
Right.
Like. Lucky for him.
Thank you for that whisper.
I'm just saying.
Information.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nigga cheat.
Need to put that on the shirt. He still smashed.
Yeah, he still smashed. After Amarion, though, that's how Amarion was. Like, nigga, I hit first.
Oh, my God. Penis sharing. All right, y'all. We're going to take a quick 5-minute-ish break or whatever. Maybe go eat some chicken or something.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
I was so glad.
It was, but it's cool, though. All right, we'll be back, y'all.
But that Ralph chicken is fire.
Hey.
Exactly.
Hey.
Wonderful.
Hey. He got the bass, I got the bass, we got the bass. He got the wings, where them wings at? He got the wings, where them wings at? He got the ranch, where them wings at? He got the ranch, where the wings at? Got the sauce, where the wings at? I got the sauce, where them wings at? She got the sauce, where them wings at? Where them things at?
It's your boy Speedy.
And Shelly Rio.
And we're here to tell you guys all about
the 2020 Comedy Cruise.
Going down July 30th to August 2nd. Leaving out of Long Beach, going to Ensenada, Mexico. We have 2 big comedy shows. A lot of comedians on the show. You're going to love it. And we're also doing a blue pajama jam. That's blue pajama jam. Where everybody got to wear blue because it's his birthday. You got to wear it too.
Anyway, or you can come to my game night with Shelly Rio, which is going to be a lot of fun.
And so she says. We're also going to have our girl Alice is doing a workout. So you can get your workout on, have some fun, and enjoy yourself on vacation. Again, it's going down July 30th to August 2nd. Leaving out of Long Beach, going to Ensenada, Mexico.
Yeah, so make sure you get your deposits in. You have less than 30 days before they go up. So all you have to do is email rolloutdigital@gmail.com. That's rolloutdigital@gmail.com.
See you on the cruise. It's your boy Speed.
Hey, bro, go crazy on.
organize all of our
The 2020 Comedy Cruise.
going down July 30th to August 2nd. Leaving out of Long Beach, going to Ensenada, Mexico. We have 2 big comedy shows. A lot of comedians on the show. You're going to love it. And we're also doing a blue pajama jam. That's blue pajama jam. Where everybody got to wear blue because it's his birthday. You got to wear it too.
Anyway, or you can come to my game night with Shelly Rio, which is going to be a lot of fun.
And so she says. We're also going to have our girl Alice is doing a workout. So you can get your workout on, have some fun, and enjoy yourself on vacation. Again, it's going down July 30th to August 2nd. Leaving out of Long Beach, going to Ensenada, Mexico.
Yes, so make sure you get your deposits in. You have less than 30 days before they go up. So all you have to do is email rolloutdigital@gmail.com. That's rolloutdigital@gmail.com.
See you on the cruise. It's your boy.
All right, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to the YGOC podcast. I'm your girl Fatima Ming. To my far right, we got
K Dot.
next to her, we got,
Whisper.
and to my left, we got
Charlie Wilson, baby.
finishing off his chicken and
Well,
whatnot.
fried chicken
Black
and soul.
people.
That's right, baby.
So now we gonna get into one of what I'm sure will be a favorite segment. What's wrong with K Dot today? Cause it's always something.
It's
So
something.
friend,
Yeah.
talk to us.
Let
What's
it out.
going
There's
on?
always something wrong with me. I like to call it the financial audacity.
Okay.
So I'm a very generous friend. Like, if I got it, you got it. So I don't understand why people get offended if you're asking to borrow money from me and I question what you want to do with the money. Like, do you guys find that offensive?
Yeah.
Why?
But yeah, I mean, well, go
Because
ahead,
that's
Charlie.
why your ass
are
ain't
you-
at the bank.
right.
Because the bank asked the same question.
So why would you be offended?
So
Charlie?
why are you offended?
I'm just saying most people would take offense to that because they already are having a hard time admitting they struggling. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think the reason they coming to you as a friend is to not have to deal with the shit that's at the bank.
It depends
So it's
on how
probably
much
just like,
it is,
yo,
too.
exactly.
It
It's like,
depends on
yo,
how much it is. You don't have nothing.
No, I'm saying if I'm asking $20,
Right, yo,
like,
can I get a 20 to let? I've had people hit me up all the time. Yo, can I
Okay,
get
yeah,
20
okay.
to
So
get
what
it
if
to Friday?
I'll get that $20.
Right.
Like, what if it's a substantial amount of money? Like,
Like-
what would
Oh,
you
for
consider?
sure.
If it's like
What would you say,
$500,
like a
have you fill
questionable
out an
amount?
application.
You talking about she's talking about a full-on loan. Okay, you talking
No,
about
like a loan, but like I'm just saying in
$500?
general. Like for me, it's like you need my money.
right.
So like you making the whole situation about you. First of all, let's talk about how like they try to juice you up. Like I hate to bother, and if I couldn't do it, if I do miss me with the backstory, like, you know what I'm
Not gonna
saying?
change the fact that
Yeah,
you
it's not
need
gonna
this
change
money.
it.
Yeah.
But if you coming to me, like, I understand your financial situation, but you're not taking in consideration my financial situation. Like, I may have it to give, but I need to know, like, based on what you're using this money for, is it something I'll be okay with not
Right.
getting back?
Right.
So, like, that's where the questions come from. But I shouldn't have to explain something to somebody who needs something to me because we lender borrower. Like, you coming to me as friendship,
Right.
but it's business.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's more likely that they'll pay you back if you know what it's for versus if you didn't know what it's
No,
for?
it's for me to know, like, if I give you this money, I'll be
Right.
cool with not getting it back. It's
Well,
not
like,
about.
why am I making this sacrifice?
Yeah, it's
In
not
other words,
it's
right.
not really about you. It's about me making sure I'm straight. But like, the person who's being the borrower is trying to guilt trip me about what's going on with them
With their
and
backstory.
not even
Yeah.
the backstory, but not being considerate of like what I may have to sacrifice giving you this money that you need. So like that's what be wrong with me sometimes. Like I'm like, how you mad at me and you asking me for some shit? Like
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
weird to me.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, my aunt like has a saying like she tries to tell me like don't lend money if you wouldn't be okay with not getting it back, which is a sucky approach because it's like nigga, if you borrow it then pay it the hell back. But I mean,
No, that's
just from experiences like where people don't give it back, it's like.
But that
like,
means you
it's
didn't
kinda
have
true.
it to give. Like you had an
Right.
emotional attachment to it. Like I don't have an emotional attachment to it. If I can give it, I want
Right.
to make sure.
Right,
like,
it's not that. Like
oh,
for
if
me,
I
it's more
give
like
you-
principle. Like don't
you
tell
say
me
you're gonna
going-
pay me back,
Yeah.
but like for me, it's like if you tell me you still robbing Peter to pay Paul after I give you this, then I'm like, you're probably not gonna pay me back. So I need to be okay with not getting it back.
Yeah.
So it's more so for me, like, so if you're borrowing money for somebody, don't just make it about you. The other person is asking you a question because it's about them too.
Right.
You selfish
It's your money.
motherfuckers.
Right. Okay. All right. We'll go with it.
Yeah, man.
Is that all that's wrong with you today?
It's always something wrong with me. It's not me. It's the world.
It's everybody else.
Yeah, I take accountability for me. It's just some shit. I just be like, damn, no respect.
Okay.
Well, money is serious, then.
Right.
Absolutely. All right. So now we're going to get into my 2 cents. So I came across an interesting article that was talking about feminine and masculine energy and the differences. So it was talking about how feminine energy is being where masculine energy is doing. And it was kind of talking about how, what'd you say?
I said this garbage can smells.
Oh my God. Right in the middle of my segment, KD.
I mean,
No,
it's in
so-
my mouth.
I cannot. I can't. No, so basically what they were saying in the article was how sometimes the modern woman, because we do so much and we work and we have careers and we got relationships and we got kids and a lot of shit, that a lot of times women unknowingly step out of their feminine energy and they start doing masculine shit, and then we wonder why we feel off. Or we wonder why we're stressed or having unnecessary aggravation and don't understand where it was coming from. So that's kind of what they were talking about. And it was saying how while being in your feminine being energy, you are in receptive mode and you allow life and experiences to kind of fill you up. Whereas the opposite of masculine is a forward moving, penetrative force that gets things done. And a lot of women, we have a get things done, we're doing attitude. And then we wonder why, like, well, why do I feel like off or stressed or aggravated? Are y'all have to listening?
We listen with our ears.
I can't.
I don't listen with my
That's
eyes. I listen with my ears.
I already agree with you. You ain't even done yet. No.
So as a man, it's like, do you feel like if you, well, you're married, but like when you're around females that are more in their masculine energy, like, can you tell, and are you kind of like repelled by it because it's like matching
our energy
yours?
so much?
Yeah.
I think that's a big conflict now in terms of, it's a power trip almost for both parties. I feel like women, black women specifically, are at a place now where they have a lot of confidence. They've developed a lot of strength. They have a lot of stamina. They feel good about where they are, what they're doing, and what they've accomplished. And then you collide with the guy now who wants to come in and start directing your time and directing your energy, and you may not trust what he got going on just yet.
Right.
So a lot of times there's an immediate
and man might feel like kind of low-key like emasculated because it's like you're doing shit I'm supposed to do.
Of course,
so,
because
like,
a man comes in with expectations of what he wants in a wife, usually from the beginning. And it's like, I want a woman that's ready to submit and, help around the house or whoop-de-whoop. And a woman that's like, what do you got going on?
This thing says submit and help around the house.
I was going to gloss over it.
That's
but
what
I just
you
wanted
want
to
your
know.
woman to do.
Hey, hold on. We didn't get to my question of the day yet.
No,
So
I'm not tripping on
I'm
you.
not gonna tap
Go
into that yet.
ahead. I didn't
I'm
want you to
so-
whiz past. You know what I'm saying? That.
I'm so confused.
You's a
by
man's
the-
man.
No. We gonna dive into that though.
What's you confused about?
I'm confused by the male energy, the female energy. What?
Yeah.
What are you confused about?
Relax.
It's just
Mia.
responsibility. Here's the thing. I feel if you subscribe to being a man, nothing should be able to emasculate you as being a man. Like you a
Yes.
man.
Right.
So like it don't matter what somebody else doing that may be deemed masculine or whatever. If you subscribe to being a man, it should not bother you.
She said subscribe like it's on YouTube or something.
Yeah, well, hopefully, I would hope that they don't feel that it could just be more of a turn off, not necessarily emasculated, but just a turn off.
I'm never gonna be more beast than no dude. Like I'm never gonna have more male energy than no dude. And
Impossible.
I'm with
It's
it.
impossible
You
for
say
you to
that.
have.
But
Right.
I'm so with it. Like,
No. She say that now, but
if you're-
women can go to levels of argument or maybe screaming or maybe it's control that maybe
No.
guys may not be willing to deal with or have the capacity to deal
if
with.
I'm screaming and yelling at you, I
Why?
want you to choke me.
Shut up, bitch.
I'll be like, yes, daddy.
Take the clothes off.
This has to do with the start of fight. I
I'm just
can't.
saying, like,
For real.
all that male energy.
She wants you
female,
to
da, da,
shove
da,
her into a wall and shake the
Right.
shit out of her.
Right.
And
I'm
I'm
sick
be like,
of this shit.
Hey, male followers, now's a good time to hop in the
I
DMs.
can't.
I'm just 9 times out of 10, like you as a man, you just gotta up your, if your woman is doing all this rah-rah, just up yours a little bit more.
Can't do that.
Don't get violent, but
You
I'm
gonna go to
saying,
jail.
put yourself in a position of like, I'm the man of the house and you need to relax a little
That's
bit.
called going to jail.
No, it's
No,
not.
you don't have to.
No.
You don't
Shit.
listen. I'm with the chokey choke. You don't have to be.
I'm
a little
don't
bit-
have to be.
That's my
For
biggest
real.
fear is like somebody's gonna like break into my house
Choke you.
and choke me.
And you
and
gonna like it.
right.
I'm gonna be like, yes,
I'm turned
daddy.
on by
What's
this. Wait a
your
minute.
name?
I'm done.
Let's get married. He's like, bitch, I'm robbing you. What the fuck?
You broke into the right one tonight.
Wow.
Like that's what I think about that. And then women, I do think we have to check it from time to time and just because I'm very independent. I like to do things myself. I really can. I've learned to take care of myself for a very long time. But when you a man, and you come through, I'm gonna totally relax and fall back. It's not gonna be no masculine.
All she did was say it in a different way.
She did, but like
Relax and fall
in
back.
the same context, like I just think y'all like lazy. Like nobody want to deal with nothing. Like oh she yelling, oh this bitch, like oh this nigga's not being like nobody want to work and deal. Y'all want shit just to be how y'all want it to be, and like that's not life.
Well, think about the time that we live in. Though we live in a time and we're a generation that has
but
embraced. I don't need nobody. I'm cutting people off. You know.
But you still not a machine. You want that though.
All right.
Like, but if you
people use that as a defense mechanism,
right?
you've
You're
been
not
hurt,
a machine.
so
You're a
like,
human being, and like we all different individuals. Like nobody's gonna do the shit you want them to do all the time,
Right.
just because they with you.
Like,
or
even
like
if that
we
person
together.
is the love of your life, like they're going to disappoint you, like they're going to hurt you.
Right.
It's
you
just
shouldn't
like
be
y'all
like,
gotta be able to work through stuff.
Right.
Why you got so many? Why you make so much more money than me? This is some bullshit.
Like, nigga, what do you mean? Like, I can't.
Because what happens in relationships, people take their own problems and pass them on to the person's closest to them, which is their partner. That's why all of those conflicts usually happen. It's usually the insecurity of that person. Just like you said, K-Dot, you was like, well, once you subscribe to being a man, like, you should just be confident. But it's just that confidence. And unfortunately, there's a lot of unconfident dudes out here.
Right, but like that's what you're
playing with their
that's
time.
that's
what
that
it
too.
is.
But that's what that woman
is
is giving you. Like if she taking the time, especially black women, if they doing the extras, they really want the best out of you because they get on. Like once they done, they done.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So they mentioned like 3 tips to help women who are in go get shit done kind of mode to 3 tips to kind of stay more in your feminine. So
hold up, listen, tune in, ladies.
Oh my
Listen
gosh,
up.
I can't.
Hilarious.
I
Turn
cannot.
your volume
I
up.
can't.
Turn the volume up.
Hilarious.
So the first thing was, which I laughed when I read it, surrender more and stop controlling and pushing for outcomes in life and with men.
That's true.
Biggest masculine energy mistakes is being in control and having to always have things your way.
For sure.
Don't always have to have things your way because you're going to be stressed the fuck out all the time. You're going to want him to do something. He's not going to do it, and then you're going to think that he don't care, and now you mad. Like, no, like, don't
expectations.
Don't stress. Don't stress yourself.
For
ladies.
sure.
Man.
Number 2 is get out of your head and connect more with your feelings. Because I think a lot of women, well, I think people in general tend to overthink about stuff. And you might make up some shit that's not really how it is because you just overthinking stuff. So
Not me.
just we know not you, KD.
Not me.
And the third one was just to slow down and to be more present in the moment. So I thought those were some good tips.
I think that's powerful. Slow down and just be in the moment is something that I think causes more destruction in relationships than a lot of people will even realize. Because not just women, but men too, can speculate about, well, I feel like you doing this, what you about to do, or where you going, what you all these things.
You mad about some shit that didn't even happen yet. Like, what are you talking about?
Right. Or the past, or some shit that happened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think once you start to embrace y'all's process, embrace y'all relationship, take each day one day at a time, it's that easier for y'all to move over and work on building y'all's life together. You know what I'm saying? She laughing.
No, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Y'all some sensitive motherfuckers. I love it.
Moving on.
I love it.
What's next? So now we're going to get into question of the day.
Get into
With
what
Charlie
you're
Wilson.
feeling.
Oh shit! All right, we've been waiting on it, y'all.
Oh man.
All right, so
Yeah, get out.
so
You. Fuck you. We've been waiting on you to leave.
So the question of the day is this right here.
I
Hey, y'all
can't.
was already flinching when I said the S word earlier today. So the question of the day is right now, in 2020, are women able and open to submitting to their significant other, spouse, man, that they decide
are we
wanna
able
take?
to?
Or is that something y'all even interested in doing?
Speak.
Of course.
Now, when I say
of
submit,
yourselves.
like-
Only you two. Don't speak for all women.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking to.
If it's
I
the right
know, y'all.
man, absolutely.
If you coming with the thunder,
she always
You
has
just
to
gotta
twist some
blow it
shit.
from back out.
I can't. If you choke her
This
right,
nigga
then
can't do no wrong. You see how I'm walking?
She done told us.
okay, whole leg just popped out. Like, yeah.
I'd be like, damn, I ain't seen Whisper in 2 days.
I cannot.
I
She
can't go to work.
she getting choked
She
somewhere.
over
That's
there
what it is.
Making this nigga sandwiches the next day.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
You
Get
want
me-
Happy as hell. Yeah, I think so. I think so. But my thing is like, I gotta trust you and know you gonna handle your business. And then I can submit to you. But if I feel like you gonna have us flying over a cliff. You know what I mean? Like you gonna be doing stupid stuff. Then no, I'm gonna be out. But yeah, if you got it together and you're a leader and you're a man that's a leader, then yeah, I can submit all day long.
So the issue.
Or you
so the
just
issue
choke her
then-
right.
right, that part.
Right, submit or get choked. Either one of those.
Right.
They go together.
So
What?
the issue then is just it's finding that right man that you're willing to do that.
Absolutely. You're not gonna just do that for any nigga.
Well, of
like,
course, of
no.
course.
Yeah, if he's trash and has no vision, then no.
But
we
you
gotta-
wouldn't even be in a relationship with a guy that wouldn't do that.
Right,
though,
like we got to go through the vetting process. That's what dating is for. And then
Yeah.
if we get to the point of you, my man, now we together, then yeah, because I want you to take some shit off me. I want to be able to just be like, my man got that, and I don't have to fucking worry about it. So
Right,
yeah, if I know
right.
that you can steer us right, and
Right.
I can trust you to lead and be the
Right,
head of the relationship,
right.
then cool.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
ifs and buts.
Yeah,
and-
right.
Yeah.
Right. Let's
No,
define.
but like,
define
yeah,
print.
but like, you're not speaking it into existence. That's why it ain't happening.
That's the fine
like, if
print.
you like if and but.
This is K-Dot's
and then-
thing. She always says, don't say if. She always like says, you are, you will.
Yeah, like if the nigga don't do this, and
Right,
when it's like when he
right,
don't do that, and
right,
when he
right.
like that's a more positive approach to it.
Mhm.
Like you already shitting
When
on a
he
nigga.
choke me later.
I cannot.
If he blow my back out. Y'all some negative motherfuckers. I'm
you gotta
sorry.
Work on it. You gotta work on
But
it.
I mean,
Yeah.
but here's the thing though. That's gonna go up and down throughout your relationship. Again, you know what I'm saying. So let's just say you wouldn't do that. Was showing you this for a year. You know, what I'm saying, a year and a half, and you're like, all right, I'm submitting to him. We together. Does your submission and all that shift and change?
I
over
think
time?
that's. I
No.
think no. I
If
think
he
you have the
shifts
right
up-
to do that.
Because we said if we're
You don't
with
think
the
so?
right person, when we're with the right person,
No.
you're gonna have
It
ups
should-
and
it
No,
downs.
don't.
in
I
the
think
relationship in
you
general.
can submit and you can take it back. Like I could submit to you and then you can start fucking up.
Uh-huh.
Like you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Right.
like that's a courtesy. Like I privileged you with some
Gotcha.
stuff.
So
But
that's
like,
something you're granted.
yeah,
upon
like
access
and
at certain
if she
times.
take it back, like that means you fell off your job. Like I submitted to you and like you got what you wanted and
Right.
now you fell off. Like so I can take it back. Like,
Absolutely.
I mean I
Repossess
don't
that
date
shit.
niggas, so I don't really know. I'm just
But
giving
no,
an opinion.
I would say if I see that you're a hustler and you have vision and say what you lost your job or something, like that's different. Yeah, I'll ride it out with you. But if it's just you blowing money away or something like that, and no, I'm finna go ahead and take the reins and take control of this.
Right.
But if it's just on some like you lost your job or you know the economy, something like that, no, the submitting doesn't stop. It just is like, you know, whatever. I personally, my thing is like I don't think women should ever not work.
Hold on, put that on repeat. Okay, we're gonna
Hilarious.
we just
I
gonna make
do.
that the whole
Right.
show.
That-
I
Not
think
let's
women-
That's the
Loop it.
thing is like some people mistake submitting for letting your man do everything.
Being subservient.
And
Right.
I think women should always work for you don't ever want to put the pressure of one income. That I feel like that's very stressful on a person that you have to maintain the whole house and our family with your one income. And then two, if for some reason your man was like, I'm going to be with Becky across the street, you're good because
See,
you still
it's
have
always
Said
some back end.
back end,
It's
right?
always some back
I'm
end
just
negative
saying.
shit.
I'm just saying. These are things that you do have to think of. Like, you can be in love and in la la land, but bitch, be smart. Shit.
Right. But I think that brings up the next point. On to this question of the day topic is the whole, obviously the submission thing. But you said, you know, you can go get you a Becky because I think a lot of men, specifically black men, will take the path of least resistance and go date somebody else because when check this out. Because when
I'ma just drink my water.
Oh, nigga, finish.
check this out.
Finish.
Because here's what I'm saying. Because if it becomes too much work, it becomes too much stuff. You know, you
You
gotta feel
lazy motherfucker.
Everybody, look, but not to even make it about black men, because everybody
But you did.
has the choice to deal with what they want to deal with and be who they want to be with. Just like
Yeah.
whether it's the prince or in England, or you white, you Spanish, you know who you want, you know what you're able to deal with and what you're able to who you can deliver to. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have the capacity to go back and forth, or to fight, or to make one specific person happy, and you find your person that looks different, okay, whatever.
Hey, but that wasn't why you found them. You know what I'm saying? We circling all the way back, Charlie. Because you was on some baby back nigga shit just
Okay,
now.
you was on some black
so
man.
like, I'm gonna come back next Sunday statistically, and I'm gonna bring the statistics. Educated, well-off black men marry black women, and like it's not looking for the less resistance. Like they look for a black woman because they know who will keep them level
Right.
in the area.
Right.
Use a weak
Right.
individual if you put your lips together to say you want to go find something
Right.
that is
Easier.
Right.
Right.
I can't even get it
But,
out.
but to speak for the men, because
No, go ahead.
I don't like the way that sounds either. I'm just done with my people because somebody else is easier. But here's what I will say: everybody has the option to say, you know what, this is what makes me happy. This is what I want to deal with. This is what I can deal with.
But that's if you really want to do it. So I think
You
she's
not
trying to say
truly
don't
happy.
do it just because
Like, that's a lie.
this is easier.
It can't just be a cop out.
You not happy.
And at the same time, I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice if you're just taking the easiest route out and taking a cop out, because not to just say black women, because there are white
Clean
women
it up,
and
Charlie.
Latino
Clean
women.
it all the
Yeah.
way.
Well, let me
the
make
fuck
the
up.
point.
So we can get
Let me make the point, because it's not about one specific race. It's just about finding that person that you are able to build and grow with.
Yeah.
Because if you just take the path of least resistance, you're not being your best self.
Right, so it's not. I think what you're trying to say is what I'm getting is like it's. We're not talking about if you happen to be a black man and you fall in love with someone who's not
Right,
black.
right.
It's like
Right,
I'm gonna
right,
purposely
right.
not date a
I
black
tell you, they
woman because I
hilarious.
feel like this one over here might be more submissive, or she might do this, that, and the
Right.
third.
She
like,
easy.
Let's
Yeah.
okay. Look,
But there
let's
are
just say,
men that do that.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is men that do it, but I said they're weak.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they ain't really
I agree.
subscribing to manhood if
Yeah.
they
Let's
if
just
they
say
doing that.
what you trying to avoid.
Yeah.
Some people feel like white women are easier to deal with than
Or
black women.
Asian.
Or
I just seen a meme with Young Jeezy with his new
Oh
wife.
well,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
well, that's
However
That's
you
a
want to
whole
call
different
it. We see
thing.
what I'm saying? But it's
Yeah.
just about every man wants to come home and feel like he's the king of the castle.
that's true.
Most
you-
men, I
if
can't say
you-
every man, but most men want to come home and feel
That's
in
true.
control and in charge. And unfortunately, I'm not going to say black women, but some women
Some women are
don't
just
make a man feel
combative,
like, yeah, exactly.
and they're always in their masculine
Right.
too, and he don't want to come home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So y'all may be right.
Yeah.
But that
No,
still
I
don't mean
mean,
he gonna
like-
say, okay, I still don't want to be around your ass.
No,
I'ma
that's
go to
cool.
this
I'm
bitch.
just
Yeah.
saying though. So
As long
you
you're
coming
saying-
you coming home to whatever you built.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm saying?
As the head of the house,
That's
head of
it.
the
So like
relationship,
if
facts.
you're not feeling like a king, you
'cause at the end
better
of the day, you pick.
you better go back outside and
Y'all
figure
pick
out what
each other.
But that's
not making you feel that
but
way.
that's assuming that woman let him build that shit, right?
Can't no woman make you do nothing that you don't allow yourself to do. Can't no
Facts.
man make you do anything you don't allow yourself to do.
Right.
Like these are just rational excuses. Like keep it real. Like at some point, if your woman is a dictator and she moves like that, at some point you liked it.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying,
You
and that's
picked
why
it.
why
He's
you
a
stay
freak.
with it. And then somebody got in your head. It was like your wife annoying as fuck. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
you need to be the king of the
Yeah,
house.
you know what I'm saying?
household. Yeah,
Well, damn,
yeah.
nigga, what can you do? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what changed the dynamic. Like, nobody want to keep it real.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Can't nobody make me do nothing I don't want to do. If I'm compromising any part of me, it's because I want to
Right.
for you.
Right.
Not because you told me to.
Or you made
Facts.
me
You know,
do
you
it.
made me.
Right.
Yeah,
Facts,
like, just
facts.
keep it real. Like, my nigga. Everybody want to be like, but like people don't want that. They want easy shit. Like, bitch,
Right.
just shut up. Like, I ain't gonna lie, my dad,
I was like, huh? Turn
no,
off.
oh God, rest in peace, Roy. My dad married a Caucasian woman. Love her, love my brother and sister. I was talking to her one day, like we having a full-on conversation.
Oh, yeah.
My dad told her, "Shut up, don't nobody care what you have to say," and she stopped talking.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was the wildest because my mama would have just leapt
Right.
over whatever she did
Like, the
and
fuck you say,
busted him in his
Right.
snot box. So I'm looking at her like, so we done? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would never want to be with somebody who censors me.
Right.
Like, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? That's not okay. But like, that's what he wanted.
Right.
Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And that's why he went with my mom because my
Right.
mom would never do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. my dad, but he's weak. You know what I'm saying?
Side note, I just love black men. I'm just with it, especially if they can grow a beard and they tall.
Watch out now.
Mm.
Fellas, step
That's
right.
the-
Come right
that's
to the
the
You can't
best.
just choke,
That's the
nigga.
best.
You gotta be
It's-
tall.
Right.
But
Have
no,
a job.
You gotta
that's
be
just-
able to choke her
Gotta
on a
have a
regular
beard, nigga.
basis.
It's just something about black men I just appreciate more than like I've had like white
Interracial.
dudes come at me and I'm just like I guess like I'm not if a white dude came at me if he had the right swag and was really a nice dude I might give him a shot but it's something about a black man I just be like oh my king my king
Shout out to the kings.
Right?
Oh, wait.
dead.
I'm just saying, shoot.
Okay, bet.
All right, well, you can continue to have the floor. So let's move on into what's the move.
What's the
Oh,
With
what's
whispers.
the move?
You heard the move.
Well, there's a lot of fun things going on.
You heard.
One, if you're a comic or you love comedy or you want to get out there, in Inglewood, California, there's a black-owned comedy club called Open Mic Spot. It's $5 to get a spot if you want to go up and open mic. If you want to sit in the audience, it's free. I definitely suggest it for anyone who is trying to get into comedy and kind of get their self together. It's a great place, and it's great comics come through there all the time. If you're trying to turn up, there is there's a thing called Clubs Are Overrated. They have an Instagram called Clubs Are Overrated, and they are always at almost every Friday night. Treehouse Rooftop in downtown LA. It's a great spot. It's really good. The DJ's always good. It's normally 2000s music, like early 2000s vibes. So follow them on Instagram. It's usually free. If not, I think the most there like $10.
Is that like an every night thing, or it's just like Friday?
No,
Saturday
every
night?
Friday.
Where's
Yeah.
that? No Hollywood?
Downtown.
Oh, downtown.
Were you
Okay.
listening?
Well, you was just out
Yeah, I was
somewhere
in
else.
North Hollywood
Oh,
in Black House. That's a really great spot.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
K-Dot spot. If you got beef, that's where you can
No,
catch it.
pull up on the
man.
homie.
Yeah, you
Don't
I mean,
pull up
damn,
on the
Whisper.
homie.
I mean, you can come.
I'm gonna be with you.
No,
I'm
it's
gonna be
cool.
with you.
I'm ready for all smoke. Like, you can pull up if you want to.
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
there. But Black House is where it's at. Like, that's my
No,
spot
Black
for
House
real.
is if you're in North Hollywood,
I'm
but
so
I
mad.
haven't been yet. I have to check it
yeah,
out.
it's
it's
dope.
nice.
It's dope.
But we're all out here. It's kind of far. But downtown LA, Treehouse Rooftop is really, really nice. It's a good vibe. There's always a lot of single people, cute. You know what I'm saying? And I try to go like once a month.
What day of the week is that?
Fridays.
Friday nights.
Charlie's not listening.
I'm trying to keep up. Like I'm really gonna go.
like you really gonna go? Like you don't have.
He's being the speedy
kids.
right
Like
now.
you
I
all in
can't.
my business over here. Okay. Side note. So we are a listener supported network. We accept donations through Cash App at Rollout Digital and Venmo and PayPal at Rollout Digital. For every $10 sent, we will add your name into a monthly drawing, and that drawing will be picked on Tuesday on the Happy Hour with Precious and Shelly Rio. Winners will be notified by them. And then, of course, don't forget about the cruise.
No, for real. Don't forget about the cruise, y'all.
The
Roll out comedy cruise.
coming up July 30th to August 2nd. It's a $50 deposit, and that has to be in by February 1st. We will all be on the cruise.
Or prices will go up. Let's emphasize that.
Yeah, prices
If
go
you
up
try to
after-
pay after the first, guess what? It's not going to be $50. So just go ahead and just pay it now.
But
Just
it's-
do it.
it's
You
a
done got your
3-day
first
cruise.
paycheck after Christmas
It's a-
now, so y'all don't got no excuses. Just go ahead
Yes.
and pay the $50.
It's a lot of fun. I've actually gone on this cruise before.
It's going
They're
to Ensenada, right?
Ensenada,
Yes.
yes.
Ensenada, yeah,
It's
yeah.
fun. It's fun. We're gonna have a great time.
No, we are.
Blue is having a pajama jam for his birthday. You have to wear blue pajama jams. I'm gonna have on the TLC creep.
I
You
can't
know,
with
the
her. She
silky
going to pull
one.
out the
Yeah,
silk
hopefully,
PJs.
hopefully my stomach is flat, so
We
I
going to
can
have a
like,
fan
my
and
stomach out.
everything.
How many buttons gonna be unbuttoned?
Oh, my God.
I'm gonna just have
You got to just have the one in the middle. You got to just have the one in the middle.
My
Show your
boobs are
whole
big,
stomach.
so it's like
I can't.
But if you have any questions about the cruise, contact rolloutdigital@gmail.com. And we also want to shout out our sponsors.
You can give them the phone number, too. for the
Grass Straws.
cruise. Skip that stuff.
Grass
saying.
Straws. This is great for the environment, biodegradable, and they help the turtles.
So
And
please buy them.
please buy them. So we just want to thank them for sponsoring us.
For real.
And this is Grass Straws. You can buy this at grassstraws.net.
Yeah, these
Use
are-
the hashtag
Hashtag
D3.
D3. Whoop, whoop.
You heard? But no, get on this cruise. Like y'all super hating.
I'm
like
excited. I've been
the
doing
cruise
sit-ups
gonna
and
be,
shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm
I've
saying.
been doing sit-ups. I have.
You gonna peel off for us, Charlie? Like,
I'm trying. This is what I've been working on. And it's
Yeah.
still be-
July, you
still
have
be
till
ugly.
July 30th. You gotta
Yes,
get in
y'all
shape.
got plenty of
Wow.
time.
I'm
I-
doing squats and
I like-
stuff.
I
Clear
like
all
taco-
your warrants. They'll put you in the bottom of the boat. They'll put you in the bottom.
I like tacos and cookies too much, man. I'm trying to get my life together, man. I be
Tacos and
eating, boy.
cookies.
I be eating, boy. I be eating.
Man,
I love all food. That's the way to my heart. Period.
Right.
I don't want to body shame you,
Fellas,
so be
come with the
quiet.
choke.
It's always body
Fellas,
shaming me.
Come with the choke hand strong,
The
with your
choke
beard,
hand. Just walk up and be like,
and
"Ugh."
feed them.
No, I'm just joking.
Right in the blue pajama jam.
with my buttons.
Just pull the back of her pajama shirt real tight.
Damn.
But yeah, that
This
cruise.
is what you like.
Any information on that cruise, rolloutdigital@gmail.com. And there's a phone number, 747-242-3058 if you have questions or if you want to just book book the cruise. Yeah, we're all going to be on there. I'm pretty excited. I'm
up.
praying I can be in a two-piece.
You
By
can.
then.
You can get there, friend.
Yeah.
You got
By
plenty of
then.
time.
I mean, you could put two
Two-piece
pieces of
ass
clothing
out.
on.
I cannot.
She's such a jerk. I'm not gonna hang out with Kate out on the cruise.
So
She gonna be
what?
like,
Yeah, she will.
big breasts. Where you going, big breasts?
Big breasts, where you going, BB? What's up? You know what I'm saying? We going to the shuffleboard. We shuffling.
Now I'm embarrassed. My titties.
God.
We shuffling.
Don't be embarrassed.
I used to be
gonna-
bigger than this. I used to be an F.
It's gonna be me and Marquise. Marquise asked me to look out.
That's gonna be her.
Oh, that's just
her cruise buddy.
That's cool. You
I mean, I wouldn't say cruise buddy, like, you know what I'm saying? He can
Yeah.
matriculate around the boat on his own.
It's gonna be fun. I'm ready for the
No,
turn
it
up
is.
too,
You
man.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it should be a
Hey,
good
my
time.
July, my birthday month too, man. This will be right after that.
Oh, you a
Nobody,
Leo?
Let's turn
nobody
up.
cares.
I'm a Cancer,
Charlie.
man. Get it
Oh,
right,
you
man.
a
I'm a Cancer.
Cancer.
man.
Nobody
Excuse
cares.
us.
Ready for
First
that,
of all,
baby.
are you
That's
allowed
right.
to go? Because you
Get it.
married.
I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna get my permission.
You ain't
slip
even
slide.
asked. You ain't asked.
I'm gonna get my permission slip slide.
He
I
talking-
appreciate
He
that.
talking
That
big
is
shit.
the
She gonna be
correct
like,
answer.
no.
She'd be like, we're going to the Disney cruise. No Speedy's boat.
I'm gonna
for
be
you.
FaceTiming y'all from that shit with the volume down.
I cannot.
We have the
I
house.
The
can't.
services, you
Man.
cannot.
Yeah, that's
FaceTime
probably not
the
gonna happen with the
services.
service on the water.
It's gonna be a lot of different people who came from different places that work on this boat.
No, I'm out there. I'm out there.
Don't be
Let's get it.
surprised. You see a Camp Boney.
Everybody smashes on the boat. Everybody.
Everybody.
Don't say that. I just said I was going on a cruise. Now I'm not gonna be able to
no,
go.
I'm not
You
saying
can
you.
go,
I'm saying
like-
like the people
I'ma watch
on
you.
board.
Okay, good. You gonna be my chef?
Yeah, I'm
All
gonna
right,
be a
cool.
chaperone. I'll be like, no,
Don't,
we
don't
turned.
chaperone me because I'm
I'd
gonna
be
be lit.
like, I don't know what part of the ocean we were in, but we turned in early. I can't tell you a
I can't.
specific time.
I
I'm with
can't.
it. I'm with it.
I'm gonna try to get strippers.
On the
Turn
boat.
up.
on the ship.
On
up.
the boat.
Turn up.
Just
On the
give the
boat.
little crew some
Hey,
money.
that's the
They'll
kind.
do
Hey,
it.
that's the kind of chaperone I need right there, man.
I
Fuck
can't.
that. Wait a minute. Wait a
Ain't
minute.
nothing wrong with looking.
Do you like strip clubs, Charlie? You from the South.
What's
so.
the next segment? What's the
No,
next
no,
segment?
don't
There is
don't
no
don't
next
change the
segment.
subject.
You
subject.
like strip clubs?
Yeah, I
freestyle.
like them strippers.
Hey.
Yeah, I like them
I
strippers.
can't.
He
I
ain't
mean,
about-
Yeah, I like
He ain't been
strippers.
to a strip club in 10 years.
Exactly.
They dance.
Yeah, I like. No, I'm
I
sorry.
do. I like strip clubs. I think they're fun.
They are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for entertainment.
Mhm.
Yeah. The strip clubs in the South are totally different.
I'm trying to get.
Yeah.
I'm working on going
That's
to
a
Atlanta soon too.
beast.
So shit.
They do real tricks.
It just depends. Like, I wouldn't call like Deja Vu a strip club.
No.
It's more like a cabaret.
Would you date a stripper?
Mm-hmm.
You have?
She said like she date. Hey, she said like she date one right now. She was like, oh,
She brought
yeah.
the picture in her
Presently
mind.
I am.
Like,
Right.
damn.
Hey, she tuning in right now. What you mean?
How about you,
Possibly.
Charlie?
Possibly.
Would you date a stripper, Charlie?
Possibly.
You can, but if in another alternate universe.
I don't think I could discriminate really against really anybody. I'm just kind of at a space right now. The older I get, the more I understand. Everybody's kind of
Yeah.
got a story. Everybody kind of got some shit to
And
say.
usually they do
and
hair
that ass
too.
is fat and it's walking by you.
They do
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah, they'll do.
So-
They dance at night and do hair in the day.
I can't and sell dope.
Yeah, you know,
I
and get the
cannot.
gift cards. Like, man,
I don't think I would date
Shout
a
out
male
all the
stripper. That might be
strippers.
too much for me. A male stripper.
male strippers is.
That's different,
They
right?
smash.
Right?
Yeah.
They
It's
Yeah.
like
smash.
gonna be a little hoish.
I send my wife to the male strip club with no problem because I know she hates that shit. I'm like, have a good time.
right?
She hates that. She be like,
Enjoy all that meat.
Go have fun, man. That shit out of here.
No, you know.
Lord.
But I like to be entertained. Like they really gotta dance.
Mhm.
Like you can't just be up
Oh,
there like
yeah.
you cute. Like
Had the lazy
Wait,
strippers.
have you
something.
seen the blind stripper in
Oh
North
my
Carolina?
God.
hilarious.
I was like,
I ain't
is this
mad
for
at
real?
her.
I ain't mad either because clearly she getting tips.
She
But
clearly-
you know what I'm saying? Are they marking the money though? Like, does she know?
Hey, they playing her like Ray Charles used to get played
No,
back in the day.
right.
She said she has her phone.
in my
Her
hand,
phone
baby.
will
She
scan the
touching
bill.
wrist. Oh, this nigga fat.
Man, I'm done.
Really.
No, her phone. She has an app on her phone that can scan the bill to show that it's a 20.
Damn, that's
or
too
if
much
it's a
work.
$1. Cause I would think like, nigga, oh yeah, I'm giving you a 20 and it's a $5 bill.
Right.
But she said she scans it first.
That takes too much time. I'm already
That's
in the car.
a
I'm in the
lot.
car.
I
by
can't
the time
imagine her
she-
walking around.
Do
in the
you
club
think those are
scanning
like
bills,
pity
like-
tips? Like,
yeah, cause she don't have no body. She ain't have no ass.
no,
or
but
no
I be
titties,
like,
but-
damn, she blind. I can't just like sit here and let a blind bitch dance and not tip.
Oh, there was this
She
$3.
trying.
This
You know what I'm
$3.
saying? Because I'll tip like y'all. I know everybody has been at the club, and it be somebody who'll get no money. I'll be
Right.
like, damn, that's kind of fucked up.
right,
And I'll
right.
throw a couple
Yeah.
That's
like,
community
yeah,
service right there.
like
That's
you know what I'm
what
saying. I know
Like
you. I know
community
you ain't gonna be able to
service.
cash out tonight, but
Look a little something for the gas. Let me get this.
Yeah,
Look
that's
at this.
it.
Look at this motherfucker.
I
gallon of
appreciate your
gas.
performance.
I appreciate you for trying. E for effort.
Oh my
For real.
gosh.
I was like, damn.
Side note, my friend told me there used to be a plus size strip club in LA. Is that true?
Yeah.
It's
Here,
not.
of
It's
all
not
places?
functioning anymore.
No, but every time I got tricked to go into it was in Long Beach.
Oh!
But I didn't know what BBW meant. Like this was
Oh,
years
shit.
ago.
And we know K-Dot hates BBWs.
No, I didn't know.
No.
I didn't know. Like, my homeboy was like, "Yo, we going to this BBW party." Like, that's how he said it. And
Right.
we was like, oh, "Okay, you know what I'm saying?" We get there in the line, and I was like, "It's a lot of big women in this line." But I was like, maybe we late.
Yeah.
Man,
Big women ain't no time.
nigga, we got inside. First, when you first walk
I-
inside, it was a taco.
No,
I'm not even making that. It was
Big
like
girls need food.
It was like, but when you first, like, I gave my ticket and then it was the taco stand. I was like, damn. And but it was a curtain. And we pulled the curtain back, and me and my homeboy was like, no.
Got him. Like y'all ain't here now.
I was like, oh, big, beautiful women. I did not know what that
That's
shit
fucked up.
was. Yeah.
So did you tip? Did you have a? Did
No,
you stay?
we left.
Did you?
Oh, that's
Oh,
fucked
that's-
I
up.
was saying shit. And I stayed.
Why you leave?
Because I'm shallow.
Did you get a taco?
Yeah, I did.
You got a taco, but you couldn't tip the big
But look,
girl.
it was a
Hey,
gang.
bro.
It was a gang of niggas in there. Little
bro.
niggas though. Little dudes like big
With the
girls.
big
Oh my
front,
gosh!
listen,
I
whatever
used to
floats your
always
boat,
get
man.
hit on by little dudes, and I'm like, sir, if I throw this ass back, you're going out the door. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh my god.
I used to always, and still to this day, like I'm much smaller than I used to be, but yeah, when I was at my heaviest, I used to always get hit on by short, skinny niggas. All
Well,
the
you
time.
do look like you fed a small village at one time.
From my titties, is that what you're
Yeah.
saying?
Body
Yeah.
Body shaming.
I
on a
would fall
Sunday.
asleep on them motherfuckers.
I
Like,
No, I used to be a F. I used to be a F.
oh,
at
your
one
back
point.
was hurting, huh?
Still hurt. Still got problems.
Man.
Used to have to like swoop them joints in, like ooh.
Man, you had some
Get your
thick
friend
ass
Charlie.
straps.
hella thick, hella thick.
Them shit's like seatbelts.
Oh my gosh.
Well, this has been a pretty awesome first show.
That's
What
how you
y'all
do
think?
it first show right here.
Right.
We're trying. So, K. Dot,
We
go
got
and get
some
your info, ma'am.
And y'all can follow me on _KYDOTT K dot. You can follow me on the Young Guns of Comedy page too. What's up, OG?
Are you guys giving any motivational messages today?
Yes, we're gonna do that after we do the
Okay.
Thank you, Nick.
social
Oh.
media.
Oh, that's on Nick
She
on the
basically
board.
said
Yeah.
she's in charge.
Fatima never introduced you. She ain't shit.
It's okay.
Cause we love him. It's
Oh,
fine.
Nick. Oh,
Yeah,
we didn't
Nick.
Shout out to
introduce
Nick,
you.
man.
Yeah,
You
shout
are
out to
part of the
Nick.
team.
H&S,
Appreciate
H&S
it.
is in the building.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure we leave on a positive note.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
we
Oh,
are.
oh,
We are.
No,
I got
big
you.
beautiful
Big
women.
Damn.
Wow.
So the topic of the day has
Yeah.
obviously been fat shaming today. That's
Yeah,
that's
obviously
been
a
the
fact.
hashtag of the day.
It's
Goddamn.
K-Dot and her fat shaming. She doesn't like BBW.
No, yeah.
She got the taco though.
She did get a taco.
Whisper, what's your information,
A
man?
street taco.
You can follow me on Instagram at Whisper Washington Comedy. I also have a show next Saturday at Tao Comedy Studio in Koreatown. Come pull up. I'm doing 15 minutes. I'm making people laugh for 15 solid minutes. So
Okay.
pull up. It's on my Instagram if you want more details.
And she'll be cleaning crab legs in the back.
I cannot. Not crab legs. Charlie, what's your info, sir?
Hey, yo, so I'm Charlie Wilson TV. I am starting a new weekly comedy show Friday. As she just shouted out, Open Mic Spot is on fire right now, man. Black Owned
sure.
Comedy Club. Make sure y'all come to Inglewood, pull up. So we bringing the first show back on the 17th. So we got a hot lineup. Make sure y'all tune in. Follow me at Charlie Wilson TV. And stay tuned for those details for that show coming up.
Okay, word. And you guys can follow me on Instagram at Fatima_Ming. Also, please follow Young Guns of Comedy page on Instagram. And also for our question of the day segment, please feel free to either DM Young Guns of Comedy or you guys can send an email to younggunsofcomedyla@gmail.com and maybe we'll pull your question for the question of the week.
Yeah.
And we're just going to leave you guys with the word of the week, which is do not settle. If you hate your job, update your resume and go where your talent and your experience is valued. If you have toxic people, relationships in your life, cut them loose.
I'm off the show.
Do
See
not.
ya.
Are you thus, bitch? Listen, we ended it on positivity.
All right.
Do not stay in a situation or around people based on history or love alone. If something or someone is not good for you, you can love it from a distance. If you have a dream project, idea, or a business, take the practical steps to get started. Do not settle for mediocrity because it's familiar or convenient, and do not be afraid to go after what you want because it exists. Do not settle. So y'all have a fabulous, fabulous week. Follow us on IG, and we'll be right back here next Sunday, same time, same place.
Whoa.
That's how it goes.
Good job, guys.
Very good.
Enjoyed it.
Charlie was awful. I don't know.
You what?
Charlie was awful.
You call him off?